Thanks for staying with us. So, joining us on the show right now is the youngest lawmaker in the 10th House of Representatives, 29-year-old Honorable Akarachi Amadi. He will be speaking with us on how he was able to pull this remarkable feat at his age. Good morning, Honorable Akarachi. Are you there?
Good morning. The name is Akarachi Amadi.
Thank you, Akarachi. Thanks for that correction. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And we were so elated to find out that we have a young Nigerian being part of the lawmakers in our country. This is a good development. Tell us a bit about the story, the background story to achieving this laudable feat.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me. Well, the background story is just, it has to do with the vision that I had at a very young age. I didn't know what position I was going to run for, but I knew I wanted to serve my country. And I did all I could to prepare myself. I tried to be my best in everything that I found myself doing. And well, for this particular election, I would have to first and foremost be grateful to the House of the, I think that was the 8th Assembly that passed the Not Too Young to Run bill. That without that bill, I would not have been eligible to contest for the Federal House of Representatives in 2023. And also, I think I would say the love for my country. Something happened when I just got married in 2019. My wife was, she was pregnant at the time, and with almost, it was like a normal practice that once you have money, that your family should go abroad to give birth. And I told her, no, that we're going to give birth in Nigeria. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that. Unfortunately, I had baby, and 3 days after he passed. You know, and this was I was in one of the best hospitals in Benin, but it was a private hospital. But when there were some complications, they were referred to UBTH Benin. You know, and I would say it was a wake-up call for me that, look, it's not a matter of how much money you have as a Nigerian. It's not a matter of how much contact you have, but there's actually a Nigerian problem that you have to try your best to fix. You know, so I was determined that I was going to run for elective office. I was going to run for the office of the House of Representatives, and I was going to try my best to put forward some good legislature that will help our public sector, especially in healthcare, to do better, because I don't see any other option for me other than Nigeria. Right. I don't see myself, and thankfully since then I've had two beautiful babies, and all in Nigeria, and all doing well. So I believe in the Nigerian project, and I don't want to just be a bystander. I want to play my part in making sure that this Nigerian project works.
All right, we'll get a few more questions in for you.
Your story is so touching. I feel that I shared the story this morning in the makeup room about my mom losing her children before she had me in the hospital, to Nigerian hospital syndrome. And so just hearing you, I just feel so connected with your story, and I'm happy that you have a testimony after that. I'm also happy that you chose to do something about your experience. But we know Nigerian politics. It is an expensive journey. Yes. It is a place where you're supposed to already have track record, or your dad or mom. So can you be honest with that side of your story? How did you get to be... How did you even get to contest? To get the tickets?
Okay, thank you. I think I'll put it to God and hard work. Let me start from my parents. My parents have never held any political office before, not councillor, not any appointment whatsoever. But I have always been interested in politics. I'm an engineer by profession. But to shock you to know that even in my SS2 days, I was the only science student that was in government and literature. Yeah, this was how interested I was with government and governance. For the ticket, I chose the platform of the APC because for me, it was an APC legislator that gave us that not too young to run bill. You know, I remember when the then president was signing that bill into law, he said, yes, this bill is good, but please, it should take effect after my re-election. You know, it was on a lighter note, you know, but I was happy that in the shortest possible time that an APC government came on board, that they were able to put such a bill that would give us, the young ones, an opportunity to get into the mainstream politics. Yes, politics is very expensive, and by God's grace, I was blessed to have made a lot of money at a very young age. I might be young, but I have a lot of experience, being that I entered secondary school as an 8-year-old. So I was done with secondary school early. I entered university. I was done in my university at 21. So I had a lot of time between 21 and 28 when I won the election. You can see that that is about 7 years. 7 years is a lot of time. If you're in my industry, I'm in oil and gas upstream. So I was able to make a lot of money, keep that aside, and I was able to introduce myself to my people. It's not about money. A lot of people that I contested with had more money than me, but for me, I had that bond with my people where I was always connecting with them. They were only seeing me. I think I was one of the first lawmakers or first people that was campaigning for federal house that did not go to the 24 wards. I went to the 63 autonomous communities. I went to see every traditional ruler. I went to see every youth president, 63 of them. I went to see every woman leader. I went across party lines. I didn't believe that if you are doing something, you must do it for just your party. I believed in you are going to represent people. The party is just a vehicle. So why? Because you are contesting an election, should you now put aside every other party member? So I ran a very inclusive and robust campaign that saw me go to every single market, saw me go to primary schools. The primary schools pupils, they are not going to vote for you. But for me, I know the impact that my primary school left on me. So I didn't want to just stop at where I was going to get immediate votes. I went to where I could actually give inspiration to these young ones growing up that, look, just do your best. I was a product of the primary school system, and look at me here.
Let me get a few questions more in for you. Go ahead.
Yes, so congratulations, you're very young to be in the House, but the question is, how do you plan to give your people quality representing? I'm sure you've studied what happens in the House, how the laws are passed. How do you plan to be above board? How do you plan to do it in such a way that you will be recognized and your bills would, you know, be accepted or make sense? What are your plans?
All right, thank you. For me, age has nothing to do with capacity. I have been able to prove that in my business sector over the years, and I would take that experience also to the public sector. The House of Representatives is a collaborative space. You cannot pass a bill on your own. You need the buy-in of your fellow legislators. You need the buy-in of majority of the people that are sitting in that plenary. So I have set up a robust team led by my senior legislative aide, barrister of over 30 years post-bar experience. I have interfacing with my people to make sure that the bills that I'm passing are bills that would give my people immediate relief. And I have that network. For instance, we're in a group called the Young Parliamentarians Forum in the National Assembly, where about 43 of us that are under 40. And that is one of the groups that we want to leverage on to make sure that we have a reasonable number of us that are pushing for bills that are going to take care of the gap that we are facing as youths, take care of the gaps that we are facing as what I would call people that are critical stakeholders in this country. So for the bills, we need collaboration, and that collaboration, we have been working on those collaboration. For representing my people, it is about feeling the pulse of the people and trying your best to bridge that gap, be it with bills, be it with attracting projects, be it with attracting government intervention. but you are here to represent the people. You're not here to represent yourself. So you must realize and recognize that the wishes and the will of the people comes first over your own private interest.
Okay, let me go on a break. When we come back, we continue our conversation with you. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.